With Warzone 3 being right around the corner, I want to give you guys like an early advantage so you know what guns to unlock, what attachments to have. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys 5 really good long range options and close range, along with attachments as well. And now if you guys feel like I'm missing any meta guns, leave me a comment down below which ones you think would be really good for Warzone 3. So starting off, let's get into the long range meta, starting off with the Holger 5.56. Now, honestly, this suppressor is a easy choice. This is by far the best one because you're getting range and recoil control. And then, you know, typically you're going to lose ADS speed because of it, which is fine. But if you scroll down the list of all of the other suppressors, none of them even come close. Like, you're either gaining range and you're losing recoil, or it's the other way around. And now jumping over to the underbarrel, we have the Bruen Heavy. So now the reason why I have this one is if you take a look at the stats, you gain recoil gun kick by 14%. Which is a lot. And then also with that, you gain horizontal recoil by 12%, which is even better because when a gun jumps back and forth left and right, it's really uncontrollable and unpredictable. Like, that is very hard to try to compensate for. So if you have attachments that just minimize that for you in general, you're going to be better off than having an attachment that just reduces the vertical recoil. So now let's talk about the cons really quick. So now you guys do see that you gain vertical recoil, but it's only 4% and it's really not going to be that noticeable because overall the gun is going to recoil less. And if you guys feel like it is, all you have to do is just hold the gun down a little bit when you're shooting. And now as far as the 7% in ADS speed, with how much you gain in recoil control, this is a really good trade-off. And besides that, all of my long range builds ADS pretty quick. And now let's talk about the sights really quick. Now there are some really good ones for Modern Warfare 3. The 3 I really like right now is going to be the Corio Eagle sight, the NIDAR model, and the MK3. And then the last one is going to be the Blue Dot Hollow sight for Modern Warfare 2. The only bad thing about this one is that you have to buy it with a bundle that comes with like a ISO Hemlock and MP5, which I don't recommend. I mean, the free ones are really good and you don't need to go that route. So now let me show you guys the ADS speed and recoil control. So ADS speed is going to be really fast, like I said earlier, and that's the same with all of my builds. So they're going to ADS quick and have the lowest amount of recoil. So the only downside with the Holger is that it only holds 40 rounds in a magazine. But then again, the ISO Hemlock was meta in Warzone 2 for a long time, and that thing only held 45 bullets. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Next gun up, we have the Boss B. This one only has 45 bullets in the magazine once again. But now for this one, I don't think it's going to be as bad because it's a battle rifle. So you already know it's going to hit much harder than an AR will. And then the ADS speed is quick. Recoil is really good. The Boss B really seems like an AR, but hopefully it keeps the damage of a battle rifle. So moving on, we have the MTZ. Now this one has the same muzzle, underbarrel sight. Like I said, we have the largest mag capacity and the longest barrel. So overall, this is like your best build that you can go for. Jumping into the ADS speed, it's going to be really quick. Recoil control is a little bit more aggressive, as you guys can see. But I think that this gun is going to be really good because of the fire rate. The fire rate is insane. In between like 0 and 50 meters, you're going to be deleting people with this thing. Now moving on to the next gun, this one is going to be a fan favorite. I'm actually very excited to see how good this thing will be in Warzone. At least I'm hoping it's going to be good because the recoil is crazy. You know, like, come on, man, you can't beat that. And you get a 50 round or a 60 round mag with this gun. So I'm really hoping they get it together and this gun is going to be really good. So high hopes for the ACR. Now, lastly, I wanted to add in something different, so we go with the marksman rifle. Now, the reason why I picked this one over the other ones is because the headshot damage is at 190 and the upper torso damage is at 95. And now, the main trade-off with that is that it has a really slow fire rate. But then again, if you think about it, it recenters back to that same spot every single time. So if it has a slower fire rate, it's going to have that much better recoil control. So this one is really giving me like DMR vibes. And I'm really thinking this one is going to be a sleeper gun for Warzone 3. So now that we got the long range guns out the way, let's talk about the secondaries, but more importantly, what attachments I want you guys to get. So to start off, what I want you guys to get is the Shadow Strike suppressor. This one has literally no cons to it. The only pro is that it keeps you off the radar. Because if you guys don't know, for Warzone 3, if you shoot a gun unsuppressed, you will show up on the radar, so you want to have this suppressor. Other than that, for the underbarrels, my standard one is going to be this hand stop right here. This one overall is really good. If you guys notice, you gain sprint to fire, ADS speed, movement speed, and stray speed. But now with that, you're going to lose a little bit of hip fire spread, and then you're also going to lose like your attack stance spread. But then again, who cares about attack stance? So definitely want to look into those 2 attachments. All right, so now that that's out the way, let's actually talk about the Swarm. This is, in my opinion, what I think will be the #1 meta for Warzone 3, and that's mainly because of the fire rate. If you guys see, the fire rate is over 1,000. Like, I'm thinking this is going to be what the Fennec was when Warzone 2 first released. And now the trade-off with having a gun that has a really good time to kill and fire rate is that you're going to have bad range, recoil control, and mobility, which you get with this gun. So that's why we go with this barrel to increase the range and recoil. And then we also go with this stock to help out the recoil as well. So overall, what you're going to get is just a solid SMG. And the recoil is easily manageable. And then it's not like you ADS slow at all, so you don't have to worry about that. Sprint to fire is pretty quick. So definitely look into unlocking the Swarm if you have not already. All right, and now next one up, we have the Rival 9. This one really reminds me of like the MP5. So when I say that, I mean like it's an overall really good gun, like literally no flaws to it. And then also, if you guys notice, we go with hollow point rounds because in this game, it still does the same effect as it did in Warzone 2. So it's gonna disorient people a little bit, like it's gonna make their screen flash white and slow down their movement. But as you guys see, it has a really good recoil control. ADS speed is fast. Sprint to fire speed is fast. Can't go wrong with this gun at all. So moving on from the Rival 9, we're going to the Striker 45. Now, this is like my top 3 SMGs for MW3 right now. So with this gun, once again, we go with the hollow point rounds. We go with the hand stop, like I told you guys before. Same suppressor. And then we go with this barrel right here to increase the damage range because this one has pretty bad damage ranges. But now with this barrel, it makes up for it. Overall with this gun, once again, fast sprint to fire, fast ADS speed, really good recoil control. I'm really liking the Striker 45 and I really can't wait to test this gun out. And now honestly, I didn't add any more SMGs in because I'm not a fan of the Striker 9. The WSP and the AMR 9 are pretty much sniper support. So as far as like those close range fights go, those guns will not be good at all. So that's why we go with this Origin 9 or the Haymaker. This is almost the exact same gun as the one that we had in Warzone 1. And in addition to that, you can also add Dragon Breath rounds. As of right now, I don't know how good they're going to be, so just have these things on standby just in case. But I don't really think I can show you how good it is in the range. And the range is really hard to tell because at 10 meters, you're not going to shoot anybody with this shotgun. But if you're in buildings, staircases, or anything like that, be on the lookout for this because I think it will ruin Warzone 3 to start off. All right, now lastly, once again, you know, what's Warzone without snake shots? So if you guys don't know, with the Magnums, they are back. So what you have to do to actually get this attachment unlocked is to go to this gun, go to the ammunition tab, and then scroll over until you find this. And you have to actually add this to your army unlock to get it. You can't level up a gun to a certain level and get it. You have to do it that way. But other than that, this is the rest of the attachments, and I'm very excited to see how good this thing will be because a lot of people don't know about this gun just yet. So this is another gun I think will ruin Warzone 3, but we'll just have to wait to see what happens. So have these things on standby just in case. And as always, if you guys found this video helpful in any way, just make sure you guys drop me a like. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss videos like this in the future. And if any of you are looking to unlock the Mastery Camo for Modern Warfare 3, I made a really good guide you guys can click on right here.